Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Radko from Radko, and in this whole video we are going to look at Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and also Sagittarius Rising weekly general tarot reading May 3rd up until May 9th, 2021. And if you are interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, checking out the description down below will provide you with the link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. So with that being set aside, let's have a look what cards you have, and whatever. And the very first one that you do have, that is going to be the Page of Cups, Sagittarius, followed by the Knight of Pentacles. Moving next, we have a Justice, followed by the Queen of Swords, and the last one for you guys, that is going to be the Tower. So quite how can I say, cramped week is what you're going to have moving forward. Another cramped week, I mean that there will be more than just one important individual out there, and for what it seems, you will have to kind of like juggle in between, because one of them is going to be rather very gentle and how can I say, very I will try to explain it that way, love fulfilling, while the other one is going to be a little bit more tenacious, more ruthless, and how can I say, more bruisey as well. But with that being said, let's start with the very first card of your reading, which is the Page of Cups, and that is the very first individual here. So that person steps in at the start of your week. That could be someone you know, or it could be someone brand new, although I do think that that is going to be somebody you already know, judging by the next card here, that is going to be the Knight of Pentacles. Regardless, Page of Cups, these people, they prefer to attend to the overview rather than to be stuck into the minor details. Therefore, for them, or for this person, you both have a cumulative future, whatever that future is. And I said that this person is more a love fulfilling. That is because Page of Cups, they kind of like carries on with where their emotions are dragging them to, because the Page of Cups, did I said Swords? I do apologize. The Page of Cups, they are feeling quite miserable when they are not emotionally connected or attached with something or with somebody in this particular case. And if I have to render my my judgment here about what kind of an individual, what kind of a person that is going to be, I bet my money on an ex of yours, okay? Somebody that, or it may not be an ex, it could be a person that's you couldn't quite make it through together previously, but now for what it seems, you may have another chance. Why is that? Why the situation this week would be a bit different, or different than the situation beforehand, that you couldn't pull it through? Well, that's the thing with the Page, that they are very adaptable. With the Page of Cups, they are very adaptable. They are always willing to kind of like reassess themselves and simply reposition. So they are not stuck with certain beliefs, they are not stuck with certain routines as well. And if they do see future with you, either a business future, romantic future, or any kind of friendship even, they will do the necessary to adapt to you. And the next card here pretty much gives us even more information on this person, and it does point that this person coming up to you or stepping into your environment, they're coming with the announcement that they really know what they want. And what they want, once again, is either you or something you do as well. But under that they want something that you do as well, that doesn't mean that they want to take it away from you. It pretty much means that they want to see that thing through, in case that's a business, for example. And Having the energy of the Knight of Pentacles, that card gives a hint that this could be an ex of yours. Most likely it's an ex of yours, because the Knight of Pentacles, especially when it comes to the Page of Cups, that is like jumping into the branches of love, or jumping into the old branches of love, which kind of implies about the exes coming around. But what is the most important thing here about the Knight of Pentacles energy that is binding you with the page? It is that the things are going to be very simple in between you two. Now, as they are moved forward, there won't be any hidden agendas, for example. There won't be any talks behind one's back. There won't be any surreptitious intentions also. It is just everything is going to be clear. Everything is going to be very, very simple. And the Knight of Pentacles implies, or rather guides, that if you can aim to spend as much time as possible with this individual Page of Cups amongst nature, that would be the best. And lastly, I would say about these two cards that it's very important that you, my friends, also have a vision for the future, and that vision should be rather very, very simple for as far as it concerns that relationship you may have with this individual. And right after that, we are moving into the energy of justice. So the energy of justice, it's that should happen towards the middle of the week here, and it kind of strains away or aside from the very first two cards, which were the Page of Cups, and it points that while it's kind of like it's a good thing, you know, that you do have somebody to emotionally connect to, there are also other things throughout the week that does depend on you, and you pretty much have to throw your devotion into them, or rather like you have to perform into them. The justice here stands for all the tasks and responsibilities pretty much that you have to simultaneously push through, as you may want to push the cooperation that you're going to have with the Page of Cups. Although the justice as the energy, it kind of gives you the astute discernment, if I may say it that way, to how can I say, to sort out, or rather like to settle the responsibilities you need to undertake throughout the week in such a way pretty much you will leave nothing unattended, or rather like you are going to shuffle and settle the responsibility in such a way that is to be the correct way, that none is to be left overlooked. And lastly, what the justice really which is the most generic thing about the card that it kind of puts into the week, is that everybody is going to get what they deserve. It's pretty much justice, law, and order as well are going to be set into bear. And if you address this person with conscientiousness, if you address this person with love, if you address this person with understanding, that's what you're going to get as well, right? If you play hard to get, if you try to kind of like net up rather quite sophisticated plans, sophisticated future, it is what you are going to get as well. And right after the settling down of all the responsibilities, you know, and you are taking control over your week and everything is seemingly going well. Now this one here, it's appearing, and that is to be the Queen of Swords. Now the Queen of Swords, these people, that could be as well somebody brand new or somebody that you do know. These people, they are quite dangerous. That is because they are quite emancipated and they are very forewarned. I mean, this one, they know you better than you know yourself. For one or another reason, they take part of your life here, and their capability or their strongest, how can I say, their strongest virtue is to push their things through. How they're going to take place into your life, I cannot say. But because it's a general reading, for some of you, that could be a parent of yours that is not liking at all what you're doing, right? For others, that could be a person which is a bit affected by what you do and they don't like it at all, right? For third, could be somebody, a third party, which wants you for themselves and it's ready to wage a war. for that, right? So it will manifest in a different way for each one of you. But what you need to know with the Queen of Swords, it is that they're really capable to push their things through. And in fact, in my classes, I always advise, if that card is against you and you can ignore it, I mean, you can just, you know, ignore the person and take yourself off their path. That is going to be the best thing you can do. For with them, there is a very little chances of winning anything, because like I said, that's their biggest virtue. They always get what they want one way or another. They may pay more than they know. That's completely fine. For them, the results justifies the effort. And facing Queen of Swords in that particular environment, oh my, well, like I said, it's best that you do try to do whatever you can to avoid it, and whatever you can to stay away from the path of the Queen of Swords. One way or another, Sagittarius, we are reaching the end of your reading here, the end of the week, which is the Tower card. And depending on how you interact or what you do here once this person appears, Queen of Swords, will define, is the Tower card gonna have a pleasant effect on you or a very unpleasant effect on you. So let's go through both of the options. Say you really stand against the Queen of Swords. Then the Tower stands for everything you have built thus far, and the Queen of Swords, it's annihilating it. It rumbles it down. Okay, and at the end, you will find yourself amongst ruins and having lost a lot. The other option, like I said, is that if you do avoid the Queen of Swords individual, that very powerful individual, and you just mind your own business, you don't stand into their way, then the Tower also stands for that you're going to transform your life. But that transformation is not going to be about transformation. It's going to be a transformation where you're going to widen your world. It's like rebuilding, say, your business, or rebuilding your relationship in a way that will allow you to sprawl and to grow even further with the Tower card. Of course, there will be some unpleasant circumstances out there. You will have to, how can I say, well, that was on the tip of my mind, just I lost the word. Well, at some points you will feel like you are stuck, and you will have to reinvent things, or rather like relive things, redo things even. But at the end, this redoing and reliving and rebuilding stuff around is gonna happen to have a cleansing and nurturing effect over your life. That is the case should you focus more upon the person that it is a love fulfilling in your life, rather than the person that wants to wage war. Or if I have to summarize all that for you, Sagittarius, there is quite of a nasty enemy that shows up, or rather like not an enemy, but say, yeah, it's an enemy that shows up into your environment this week. An enemy that just wants their thing. And you don't have to deny that from them. In fact, you don't have to stand on their path. That's not your war, and just, you know, walk away should you can. Focus on the one that it is very pleasant to you. Focus on the one that you know, you have a future with, and that is going to allow you to, like I said, have a nurturing and cleansing effect upon your life. So that being said, Sagittarius, this was your weekly general tarot reading, May 3rd up until May 9th, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.